My biggest dream, Jiaoying, when I was a kid, was to just work at an ice cream parlor. That was the biggest dream. And when I was 17 and I got my green card, I got a job at an ice cream parlor. So then I said, is that it? I already reached my goal. I was afraid to dream bigger than that.
Hi guys, I'm Jiaoying Summers. Welcome back to the Tiger Milf Podcast. Today is very special, and today I want to celebrate Asian women in comedy.
Yeah.
Yes. So, Margaret Cho, Ali Wong, Atsuko Okatsuka. I just want to make sure I pronounce your name right before you stab me with a samurai sword.
I will not do that. Not today. Today is a special day.
Today's
like you
special
said.
day.
It's Atsuko Okatsuka. And it's
Okatsuka.
a lot of syllables.
Atsuko Okatsuka.
Yeah,
Atsuko
Atsuko
Okatsuka.
Okatsuka.
I feel fancy now. Atsuko
Because you are.
Atsuko
Atsuko Okatsuka. Crushed
Okatsuka.
it. Very different, like,
Atsuko.
right? Different, like, wordings that you would use in,
Yes.
like, Mandarin.
Like when we say Atsuko, somebody say Atsuka, but I know your grandma say Atsuka, so it's like a Pikachu.
Yeah.
Pikachu.
Yes, yeah. It's just like where you put the inflection, right?
Yeah, Atsuka.
Yeah, Atsuko.
Atsuko.
Like Costco. Like Costco. Just like that. Right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I finally, it didn't take too long. We met at the Goat Gala in person.
That's right. Yeah.
Ben Chen's Goat Gala, which is wonderful.
Wonderful. It's a day of celebrating AAPI Heritage Month and the Asian American people in media.
Yes.
But also Panda Express. They also honored Panda Express. And there were some banks too.
Yeah, the banks and Panda Express. Panda Express, they really went all over America.
Oh,
Midwest, they go down.
There
to
was
the
like
Midwest.
Aquafina there. There was Sandra Oh there. There were like big, Joyride, the cast of Joyride there.
Yes.
A lot of Asian American talent. But then it wasn't until Panda Express went to get an award that everyone shut up.
Yeah.
Did you realize? Did you notice that? Everyone was like, shh, they feed us.
Yeah,
they feed us. Shut up.
Yeah, you don't want to be banned.
That's
by
when everyone was
Panda
like,
Express.
idols. It was
Yes.
really wild.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want them to sponsor me.
Oh,
Sponsor
100%.
me.
Do you like Panda Express? I actually really like it, and I eat it a lot.
I'll eat shit as long as they give me money. I eat anything. I don't eat a lot of Panda Express, but if they're gonna sponsor me, I eat it every day. Health is not important.
Yeah.
Money
oh,
and
sure.
sponsorship for me is everything.
No, good.
I'm
good.
true to my people. I'm cheap and I'm proud.
I am so proud of you for knowing that about yourself.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. That's because if you don't know what your MO is, then it's like every day. It's like, okay, if money is what drives you,
Yes.
then you know what you're going to eat.
Yeah.
Panda Express. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
if it's
if
like,
they sponsor me, I'll eat Panda Express until I die.
If
And
you-
I'll force my kids to eat them. I don't care. I just need to buy diapers. I'm a single mom. I have no. It doesn't matter to
100%.
me. It's how I feed the kids, and that's all.
yeah. For me, it's just like anything that's, I don't know. For me, I actually like the taste. I like the taste and I like to think, oh, I'm supporting Asian Americans by doing this. If they sponsor me, awesome. Of course. I always love free stuff. We always love free stuff.
Free stuff is everything.
Free stuff is so good. And the hardest part about giving that mentality up has been now it's like, well, now I'm a hoarder. Now I have all the free stuff from hotels, blah, blah, blah. So now it's about organizing,
Yeah, the free
right?
stuff.
And changing that poor mentality that you have. I call it poverty brain,
Yeah, I have that.
right? Where you go, no, I will take, okay. And, I will take all the stuff that I can get right now, all the shampoos,
Yes.
even though it's like, I know I already have 30 still.
Yeah. Yes.
From the other hotels.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I did something to you. I want to confess.
Okay, yeah.
So I went to 3 Arts, went to meet Josh.
Yes,
But
yeah.
I tell the friend girl that I'm Atsuko, so he will come out to meet me in person. But if it was me, I had to wait.
What?
So
You're joking.
I put on a wig, and then
That's wild.
I went to the lunch break room, and I took a bag and I took all the chips and the
Yes.
bars and
Yes.
apples and the mandarin oranges, and I took them. I said, I have to keep those. Sorry about it. So they whenever you go
Good.
there, they look how different. Is because of me. I think that was you, and I took all the food in the break
What if
room.
they didn't see a difference at all?
They
what if
wouldn't know.
What if they were like, yeah, that is Atsuko.
Yeah, Atsuko's hair is long now.
Yeah, that is her.
Yeah.
She, the free food stuff is the same.
Yeah.
I
don't think they know the difference.
Yeah, and that's a different conversation to have with them.
Yeah.
Because then we have an issue.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell the difference between me and Jiaoying?
They can't.
Well, I guess it's not May anymore, I actually brought, speaking of wigs, my husband on the way out was like, here, take this. And it's actually wigs of my hair.
Oh my God, can I wear it?
We can play with it later.
Can I wear it?
Of course, your hair looks great right now, but we can play with it later.
I can't wait. I have to wear it right now.
What?
I have to wear a wig later.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to.
I already got excited. My hair is back now. So I'm ready to put it on.
That's so funny because, that story you told, I was like, oh, we already prepped that.
Yeah. I just
and I don't
think
do that all the
funny.
time.
It would be so funny. I think, I think Josh is gonna be confused. He will pretend that he can tell the difference,
right?
Like the pride parent, and they can tell the difference between the twins, but they actually can't. Like, oh, of course, Jiaoying, great job. HBO loved it's the best comedy debut of 2022. What an honor! You'd be like,
yeah.
You feel like I think he's gonna do that. Josh will totally do that. He's too proud.
He has a lot of Asian clients, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, who knows? It wouldn't be the first time. It would be a true test. Two stand-up comedians.
Easier for Josh to communicate with Asians because Jewish and Asian people have something similar.
Like our month?
Yeah, I think so. We share a month because
and they
want
used to date each other. I feel like not as much anymore.
Because it's not as cool as it used to be, or it was never mentioned.
Maybe they're all married now, so like the dating pool. And honestly, to be honest, just historically, I'm not trying to be funny, but there aren't that many Jewish people. So like if they're already married, like there just aren't as many, maybe, you know what I mean?
Also, they all married Asian women. They lecture their kids, stay away from Asian women.
Yeah, I think
they are harder than you think they are. They are going to control you.
Right, and the kids are half Asian, so it's not like full Jewish anymore. I think it just got watered down or something.
I think so.
It used to be a thing.
It used to be a thing. It is.
Yeah.
I love your comedy.
Thank you, Jiaoying.
You tickle me.
Thank you.
And you are the very
because you're a
people,
weirdo too. Yeah.
Yeah, who is so clean, and your word is so powerful. And the way you observe your voice is so powerful because you don't I feel like you don't use anything trying to play any tricks on people to just like whoa, that sounds funny, and you don't do that. It's about what you see the world, and the way you say it is so powerful and is universal.
Oh wow, that's so nice.
Universal.
Thank you.
It's not an Asian joke.
Oh,
you happen to be Asian lady.
Right.
But then it's Asian, of course, because you are Asian lady. Everything you say is about what you think.
Right.
But the thing you say is not Asian.
Right.
Which
right.
I just empower me a lot. That's what I want to do. And when I see your work, it empowers me so much because it's very powerful for you to be this comedian who makes everybody laugh by saying things as universal and your point of view without just like that's the Asian thing. And because you are Asian, it makes it so powerful. I'm just speaking in a circle.
No. Yeah, no.
I don't know if you understand. I don't speak English, but that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, I totally understand. Also, I speak Mandarin too. Have we talked about that?
You speak 3 languages.
I do. My Mandarin's okay. 还好,
很好,
I learned when I came to the United States.
Oh my God. So you heard when I was talking shit about you to the other people at the Go Together.
Yeah, but it's fine. I can sometimes be more Japanese.
Cool.
Cool. To protect my own feelings.
Yes.
I was like, no, today I'm Japanese.
Yeah.
And I don't know what she's saying about me.
Yes, it's
yeah. And when people want to talk about Oppenheimer, I'm Taiwanese,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I
That's amazing.
Switch,
you have 3 identity.
I have 3 identities. I wonder if that's why I don't super talk about. Well, also I've been in the United States since I was 8 years old.
8 years old.
So like I didn't have a huge comparison with what's happening in Asia and here. So maybe I don't talk about the Asian stuff as much, Of course, yeah, again, my face is Asian and my upbringing is Asian. So it'll come out, of course, in the comedy.
Yes.
But I'm sure there's some people who hear my jokes and still put Asian in the jokes just because they can't help but see my face.
Yes.
You know?
But it's great. It's great that they see how funny the Asian woman can be.
Yeah. And you too. Oh my gosh, you rock it with your own you're a star.
You are a star.
With your own comedy club. And
I had to. Nobody put me on stage.
Your quick wit. No one
when
put
you started,
on stage.
you know, I see when you started, you were a boss bitch. You launched the with Jenny Yang in 2012.
Yeah, an
It's
all Asian, mostly
Asian,
female stand-up tour. Yeah.
What's the name of it? Was very smart.
Disoriented.
Disoriented. Oriented is like oriented.
Right.
Disoriented. So you also performed in Japan.
I just did it for the first time, actually. I never performed in Japan because I left there when I was a kid. So I've only really done comedy in the United States and like Canada and UK. But to go back to like Asia to do it was really, really cool. And it was just a surprise drop-in. I did it in Tokyo and in Taiwan.
I see the Japanese fans were overjoyed because you are the pride and joy because there is for Japan. Because also I know you are half Taiwanese, but your name is very Japanese.
Right.
And your father is Japanese. And we have Margaret, we have Ali Wang, but you are first international Japanese American star. They were very shocked that you came. They were so happy. They were so happy. Japanese people are like a very proud nation. Like they have so much pride.
Yes,
they were like a very
sometimes too much.
Yeah, they are very proud, and I think they were very happy the homecoming you made, and
yeah, it felt
must
really
feel
nice.
So it's hard for us. Even I know it's harder for you because you came here when you were 8. So for you to feel like you are American, and then American people look at you like no. You are a foreigner.
No,
and
you're
then,
Korean.
Yeah, you're Korean. You go back to Korea. Go back to China, and then you're like, I'm not welcome either. They don't understand. And then you like when you are young, you go back to Japan. When you speak English, they're like, oh, you are American.
Right.
But now both countries want to claim you.
You have to leave your country, do well, and then they want you back.
I think so.
That's how it always works. Just like your parents.
Yeah, the Chinese.
You have to get successful first, and then they go, "Oh my gosh, you are one of us."
Yes, I wrecked my pussy for you.
It's like
it's in Chinese.
Can I come home now?
Yes. Yeah, bring on the money.
衣
锦还乡. 衣锦还乡 in Chinese we say that you left home early and poor and young, and you come back with silk robes and money and to your hometown to contribute, to build a temple, to give, to build a school, to give. And
it's so much pressure.
So much pressure, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I did mention that. I said, I had to go away for 20-something years, do really well in America, and come back. And now you know my name. You know what I mean?
It's beautiful. Do you see how stand-up comedy has started in Asia? I know it happened in China and in Japan recent years. They must worship you so much because you are the only Japanese name.
Yeah, and strangely Taiwan too, because Taiwanese, I feel like there are some Taiwanese American. There's like Shang Wang. But they were really, really excited about me in Taiwan too. They don't care I have a Japanese name.
No, they don't care.
Taiwan has a very strange relationship with Japan.
Yeah.
They kind of really like Japan. It's weird.
The Japanese culture and the Korean culture, pop culture is very popular.
Yeah.
Even in mainland China too.
Right.
Because there's a lot of freedom in art. They just have good music and good movies. Even Korea has really good movies right now.
Yeah. Oh, Korea is like number one.
Now their movie is number one.
I think, I think their culture, they're with K-pop, they made it into America mainstream, the Grammys,
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes me very proud is the time when, we always are proud of ourselves, but people don't want you to. But now we're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying what I want to say.
Oh, yeah. Now now we're pretty much like in the mainstream.
Yes,
we
are.
Yeah. This would have taken a long time in the past. Someone like me and you getting together on a podcast like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I just feel like very emotional right now sitting here with you.
Yeah.
Because I look at you and it just how we support each other silently and how we met and how we decided that it's important for us to sit down
Yeah.
at this point of time. And I think it's very powerful because I came out a more like recent way, less traditional. And you I think you were 8 and you went to Venice High School here.
Right.
And I can only imagine how hard it is for you to be in America as an 8-year-old immigrant. I think I was hard for me too, but I was older. I know you have your family, but sometimes as an Asian child, I don't think when people bully you in school, I think you would never tell grandma about it. You just don't want to being Asian. You don't want to let her worry more. I felt like this must be very hard for you for this being this child of immigrant and becoming Atsuko right now today.
Yeah.
What was it like to go to school?
Yeah.
Looking like an Asian girl.
I think that, well, I was also in denial because I didn't know I was staying here. My grandma lied about how long we were going to come to Los Angeles. So I was already shocked and very sad and realizing, I'm not going to see my friends in Japan anymore. I'm not going to see my dad anymore. I didn't say goodbye to them. So that was already really difficult. And then suddenly, to be in denial and to be going to school, it's a lot, And then suddenly you have to learn a new language and culture. I found out my name, my elementary school was a lot of Latin kids. And I found out my name, Atsuko, in Spanish, if you say it's asco, it means something that like makes you want to throw up, something that's like disgusting. So they did let me know that. But
also your lunchbox probably scared people.
My lunchbox scared people. You know what's funny? My first sort of people in the United States, the kinds of kids that were kind of mean to me were Asians.
Same with me when I went to Kentucky for college, but I was much older. So the impact for you is harder because you were younger.
Yeah, I think, and you think, they're going to be my friends.
I got bullied the most when I was working in restaurants in Kentucky by Asian people who owns the restaurant.
Yeah, I think, and I don't know the mentality behind that. I don't know if it's like they're harder on you because you're one of us or something. But with high school, I think they saw I was such an immigrant and they didn't want to be seen like that because they were, they're like second or third or fourth generation Asian American.
Like whitewashed.
They were just like, we just stopped getting bullied. So you can't show up wearing the Hello Kitty top, Hello Kitty bottom, And so that was the kind of experience, for me. And I understand it's not their fault. It's the people that they were trying to fit in to be like that made them feel this way,
Yeah, I think when they look at us, we remind them of when they were getting bullied. They want to disassociate with that
because
feeling
we're
forever.
fresh. Because we're fresh meat, and they're like, we're old meat or whatever it is. We're old, and we are white meat.
Yes. Did they make fun of your English when you were 8? How was your English?
It was not good. I remember. Because I went to church too. I try to fit into a lot of communities. But immigrants, church really gets you fast if you're an immigrant. You need friends, right?
Yes, I went to church too.
You
Kentucky.
Did? Yeah. Of course, Kentucky. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Kentucky, that sounds wilder. As an adult, coming from Asia and then landing in Kentucky and then having to start all over again, I would just immediately go back.
It's bad for me. I mean, it's just... It's very strange.
I would be like, do you know how much better it is back in China? I'm going back. But you were like, no, I'm going to finish this program. I'm going to stick it through.
Yeah. I just I wanted to stay in America and become a performer.
Yeah.
When did you know? When did you know it was comedy?
Oh gosh, it took a long time, I think, because just being a kid that isn't in Los Angeles, So I was just very few people around me actually were trying to be performers. If you're from LA, I think you're not really trying to be a performer.
Yeah.
People move to Los Angeles to try to be a performer, right? So
and we laugh at them.
But that's everyone, right? Like, I think, there's everyone's a transplant. And I think that's why, at least with the comedy community in LA, I think it's pretty open-minded because everyone is not from here, so we're not as like cliquey, I hope. I think, but it depends. Anyway, so I didn't know until maybe I was like, I feel like I didn't really even want to say I was a stand-up comedian until 5 years ago.
Wow.
But I've been doing it like 13 years, but I was always afraid to say that I am a stand-up comedian, this is what I do, and this is my job, because it wasn't my job at first. I was doing many other things to try to support it. And I didn't have the confidence.
Was it because of being Asian that we have to be humble? You can't call yourself, like in America, you have this kid studying piano for 2 weeks. I'm a pianist.
I know.
I'm a painter.
It's true.
And then in China, like 10 years later, playing piano, you can't say the word pianist. It's like I'm a ballerina. Like,
right.
You have blister, you're a ballerina. Like we just can't call that. There's like it comes with this very strong responsibility to be great, to call yourself the thing you do.
Wow, I didn't think about that until like
you felt that way because you've been always great. So you just felt like 5 years ago you were like, you know what, Atsuko is a fucking comedian.
I didn't think about that. Sometimes it's not until an institution endorses you, right? Or like, okay, so now I have an HBO special. I am a comedian.
Before the HBO, you were already one of the top comic to watch by Variety, right? Right before.
For sure, yeah. So it's little things like that, little endorsements that go, okay. Oh, if this magazine says so, if this website says so, then then you start believing in yourself. I never thought about the humility thing with the Asianness. Sometimes I get confused because I have been in the United States for so long. Is it because of an Asian thing, or is it because like my own insecurities? Sometimes I get confused, but I like that you're here with the perspective of being like, no, Asians are like,
yes.
Asians are like, you have to put in 10,000 hours. You have to become a master. Master, people pay tickets. You sell out theaters. Then you are a ballerina or whatever.
Yeah, I still feel really deep down a little bit shame and embarrassed to call myself a comedian, stand-up comedian. I still feel a little like, this is such a strong word. Then I see those, I'm not shaming open micers, but those people who hold microphone for the first time, I'm a comedian. That's what I do. I'm just like, I should borrow some confidence from those people because they...
And even comedic actors or like comedic people who do characters, they're also considered comedians too.
Yes.
So...
They make people laugh.
Yeah. I think, you're right. That's really funny.
You are very I think maybe your own insecurity is your own Asianness, that how you are raised to be humble.
I also thought it's because I was afraid to dream big. So I was afraid to fail in the thing that I said I was going to be.
Yeah.
Right? So if I say I'm a comedian, but I have no good shows to show for it, or no special or something, no tour, then am I really a comedian? You know what I mean?
You sold out Town Hall already. The first one. The second one is almost selling out.
For sure, yeah. But
that is
took a while.
That is New York. If you made it in New York, you make it anywhere. Like this is one of the biggest venues in New York City. Last year, I think Jamie Ouyang played it, and Joe Coy is playing the Madison Square Garden. That's your next step. You know that, right? That's where you are. You are at the top.
No, thank you.
And it humbles me, to tell you that I'm gonna cry, and I relate to this so much. Is that as I don't know, I wouldn't even say as an Asian woman, but as an artist, we are so humbled for this profession. We are doing this. We are making people laugh, and you achieve so much, and you are still so humble.
Yeah,
it just inspires me, and I'm just very proud that I am one of the Asian female comedians working along you.
Yeah,
and that's the character of my sisters that make me very proud.
Oh, I'm glad. Yeah,
because want to give them the best.
Because his story, it's trauma. I don't know what it is.
It is.
It's trauma. It's fear.
Being an overachiever is
My biggest dream, Jiaoying, when I was a kid, was to just work at an ice cream parlor. That was the biggest dream. And when I was 17 and I got my green card, I got a job at an ice cream parlor. So then I said, is that it? I already reached my goal. I was afraid to dream bigger than that, because I didn't have much, right? Like growing up. And so.
Was that the influence of Japanese culture? Because Japanese culture associated achievement is very important, and the shame is like fail is the end. Like you have to prevail. It has to be success. If it's a failure, like the Japanese samurais,
oh yeah, they
would
kill
kill themselves because they don't want. They don't accept failure, as they don't accept shame.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, and I am actually named after a samurai. Which means my dad wanted a son. But the samurai he named me after died at age 17.
What did he do? He got fired by the ice cream truck?
I wish, right, at 17 when I turned 17, he was not good at serving ice cream. No, he died in a sword fight. He wasn't even good at his job. That's literally what a samurai does, is work with swords.
Yeah, be good at the sorting.
He did step in for his master or something.
So like he died of his honor.
Yeah, so his master was like, this is my battle. And he was like, no, you must live. I'll do this for you. And then he went in, and then of course he died because he's inexperienced. He's only 17. He's the protege, the younger. Anyway, so that's who my dad named me after. So he had high and low hopes of me, And so maybe it has to do with all of that, It's like scared to dream too big, don't want to fail, and also it's hard to see a life that's bigger, when we were living in my uncle's garage and we were undocumented.
Where was it?
In LA.
LA, like near Venice.
Yeah, so we were in West Los Angeles. It's just called West Los Angeles. And you just feel like everything's near you. You're in Los Angeles. Hollywood's so close. They make movies down the street, But then it's like, but we live in a garage. And my mom has mental illness. And we don't have rights to, we don't have health care. And we don't have all these things, And so I think that also had to do with it, too. It's both a Japanese thing and an American thing that I didn't want to fail. Yeah, because I didn't want to go back to nothing.
That's why I had a dream, but I wouldn't tell anybody. It's only in my heart because I know if I say it, people are gonna point their finger at my face and start laughing at me.
Oh yeah,
I never told anybody what I wanted to do.
Do you think that has to do with your mom, who doesn't even acknowledge that you're hot?
She doesn't think so. She thinks she's laughing. She's like, "Oh, you can lie to yourself. It's good for you."
Oh,
she literally. But I know she loves me. But she won't say it. But I know.
Our parents were our first bullies. Yes. Most times they were our first bullies.
Yes, it took me to really understand. My knowledge is like Confucius and Taoism to really understand that whatever she projects on me doesn't reflect who I am. And I think
that's bad when your own parents make you turn to religion.
Yes, yeah. I think the good thing about Buddhism is like they don't preach people to believe in it.
Of course,
and
but you have to
really dig deep to figure out why is this happening. This
instead of being able to just talk to your mom.
Instead just be a child. I was never a child. I think when I was very, very young, I decided that I wasn't ugly. I wasn't unattractive. Because when I was little, and you are from Japan, in Eastern Asia, even India, Southeast Asia, they have this very weird beauty standards that the pale skin is a standard of beauty. And I was darker than this. I was born with dark skin for Eastern Asians. But in the Philippines, I maybe not that dark.
Sure.
But dark is not a bad thing at all. But our culture make it a bad thing, something you should be ashamed of as a girl, because if you are dark, there's a lot of things you can't do. You can't be a pretty girl. You can't wear bright colors. Like I can't wear this red skirt. My mom would be like, that make you look darker.
Yeah, I know.
And she's not the only person say that. My classmate, everybody. But I don't know why something happened. I think it was supposed to save me. Is that when I was 8 years old, I actually believed them. I felt like, oh. But then I said, how about I just cut my hair super short? I wear boys' outfit. You can stop judging because boys, they can be dark. Dark is like healthy and strong for boys.
Yeah.
So I always tried to not acknowledge I wasn't attractive. So I become a boy. I didn't become one. I just start dress up like a boy. Then my mom lent money to my cousin to open a video shop, which she leads all the movies, Hollywood movies, Hong Kong movies, Japanese, Korean movies. And in exchange, she can't pay the money back to my mom because the business is not working well. So I can go to her video shop after school so she can babysit me. I sit there and watch movies.
Yeah.
I watch Gone with the Wind. I watch Halle Berry. I watch all of those movies and I look at those women of color. They are so beautiful and they are obviously very attractive. And and it's a fact that they are attractive. It's and then I realized that there's nothing wrong about me or how I look. They have a problem and they are inflicted. This whole society that thinks dark skin is ugly, big lips ugly, big jaw. We have big jaws as Asian girls. I think something wrong with them. I just after that, I watched so many classic, iconic movies. I just started to walk with pride. And I started to show my skin during the summer. I would wear a really bright pink silk dress. People just look at me like, are you crazy? You polluted the pink because you're so dark. I look at them like, you wish you have skin like me because you get sunburned and I won't. People think I was crazy. But I literally, in my heart, I felt I wasn't ugly. So whenever somebody, even my mom was she's shaking her head. I said, I'm pretty, America. But for me, it's cute. She think that way because in my heart, I know I wasn't unattractive. So that I said, because I want to be a performer, I said, I'll go to America when I finish high school.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because I want to go back to Asia and to be who I am and have all the girls with dark skins to understand that they are beautiful the moment they were born, and they don't have to let a husband bully them, but they can't talk back because the husband is startled because they didn't embody the beauty that they should be whiter. If they are darker, they should just be nicer, be more obedient because they were not attractive. So I just always wanted to live for who I am, but I'm always afraid to tell everybody I'm gonna become an actress because I know they're gonna laugh at me. Even in Kentucky, I thought I would be popular. When you don't have confidence, in my heart, I know I wasn't unattractive, but how people treated me, they don't treat me like a girl who's pretty. So I slouch, your body language.
Oh, sure.
Because you want to shrink yourself. Because if you are bigger, they can see you and attack you.
That's
if
true.
you are smaller, I just slouch around like a rat.
You're trying to be invisible, yeah.
Yeah, I have big bands, my hair is covered like this, and then I have big thick glasses, so I just slouch around. Even in Kentucky, you slouch around, doesn't matter you're dark or light, you're ugly. I wasn't pretty.
Wow.
So it was just finding my voice.
Yeah, that's interesting that finding your voice you did in your own private time, in your own, alone with movies, right?
Yes, with movies, with books.
In your head, yeah, exactly.
Like you can't, even though you become so successful, you still, even 5 years ago, you didn't say, I am a stand-up comedian. That's my only job. But, I couldn't, even though I know I wasn't unattractive, I can't tell people, I don't think I'm ugly. If I say that, they just attack me.
Yeah, it's wild. That's why dreaming is dreaming is something people do in their head, in their heart. It's why it's called dreaming, I think. Yeah. And then, it's white people that came, is it white people that came out with remember The Secret?
Tell me.
Right? Yeah. It's called The Secret, the book where you just, I guess, I don't really know how it works because I never did it, but I guess you say it out loud what you want and the universe will give it to you. This kind of stuff?
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and I was like, what is that?
Like attracting the quantum field of reality to you.
Yes, and I do believe in that. Like, I do believe in that because if you believe a certain thing and you kind of say it at least to yourself, you will practice it more and then you just get better at the thing. So then you do eventually make it happen. It's not like magic, but I feel like a lot of white people were treating it like it was magic.
Yes.
You know, it's like, I asked for a couch and I got a couch. And I'm
Yes.
like, okay, well, that's because your parents own a gas station or like oil in Texas or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt it's very hard, even for me. Like I have a lot of, I think I came here when I was 18. I was 10 years older than you when I came to America. I came here as a student by myself. So my family were all in China.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm the first immigrant. You are also the first generation immigrant.
Sure, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, and I just it would always shock me. Even today, I guess, whenever I have, it always come from a little white girl. They will say things that it shocks me. They'll be like, my mom was such a bitch. When I was in middle school, she did not come to my ballet recital twice.
Yeah, I know. It's like that.
Yeah, and then I would ask dumb things. I'll just, being a Chinese, I'll be like, so are you a ballerina now? She goes, no. I said, because you suck.
I think your
Because you're
mom
bad at
knew.
it.
Your mom
Yeah.
knew not to invest too much time.
Yeah.
Because you were going to give it up.
Yeah, because you're not good. So I don't blame her to not go to see you. Like, are you award-winning ballerina? You're not. So you should not blame her. You should blame yourself being a fucking loser who failed the money she spent on your ballerina classes. It's very expensive, honey.
Yeah, no, it is very expensive.
And
so if you're going to quit in
Yeah.
2 years, maybe your mom knew.
Yeah, exactly. So I just felt I don't feel sympathy because I guess because when you just mentioned earlier, we have the starving mentality, or what was it?
Like poverty brain?
Poverty brain. I
Yeah.
have the poverty brain. It just triggers me to not have sympathy towards little bitches. You know, I just
Yeah.
also people are ungrateful for the parents. Sometimes they are evil, but sometimes they really did the best they could.
Yeah.
They are not perfect, but I learned to forgive my mom.
Sure, right.
I had to.
And that's hard because not everyone is able to. Some of them were truly like evil, you know, the parents, where I understand if it's like, I don't talk to my parents at all.
It's for your own protection sometimes to not talk to
100%.
a parent
100%.
who's evil.
Yeah. But I remember, you know, people throwing temper tantrums, you know, classmates of mine, because like their parents we're not gonna do the pizza party for your birthday that you wanted. We're gonna do Chuck E. Cheese instead, or not Chuck E. Cheese, some chicken place instead. I remember that being a thing. Chuck E. Cheese is a pizza place. I don't know how much of kids stuff. You probably do a lot of kids stuff
I
now.
don't hang out with the kids, but I will. I will.
But things kids like, you
Yes.
know, back in the day. And yeah, I remember just feeling like, oh yeah, we grew up different. You know, the way you can talk to your parents, that's wild. You know,
It's wild.
Yeah.
It shocks me a lot.
One time I did physically touch a kid at a store that was screaming at his mom when she wasn't watching. I don't think I could probably go to, I don't know, could I get arrested for this? I'm not sure. But I tugged his shirt because he was screaming at his mom, wanting her to buy all these things, and she was like, we don't have the money. And I remember, and she was like breaking down and crying, and so she went to another aisle. So I went up to the kid and I grabbed his shirt and I was like, hey, you listen to your mom right now. She is breaking down. She is trying her best.
I love that.
And then I don't even know what came over me. I'm not that kind of person. I've never talked about that publicly, but I got really like passionate just now because I got really upset watching this white kid. I don't know, get really
little
upset.
brat.
Huh?
Being a little brat.
Yeah.
It just I think because the sympathy you have towards the mother.
Yeah.
She was doing the best she can, and she just she loved him so much, and she doesn't want to discipline him.
Right. Yeah.
And it's gonna hurt her more in the future a lot of it just breaks my heart. The problem with China, after the war, China after the Cultural Revolution, then China opened the economy, and then China started making more money. But the previous generations, they were starving. They had no money, no food.
Right.
And then later on, the one-child policy. Most family only have one child. They spoil the child in a very unhealthy way. It didn't happen to my family, but some of the Chinese family, because they had nothing, they want to give the kid everything. It's even some very, very poor families. They got very competitive when it comes to material things. So this is a real story. This couple of janitors, they are janitors. They have zero money, and they work very hard because they want to make sure their kids is not made fun of or look down at school. They'll buy the kid Nikes. Nike is very luxurious for people in China. And then the kid want to go to Japan for school, but they can't afford it. They borrow money from the relatives. They just work day and night. They have no break. And then the kid in Japan, he wants iPhones. And every new year, he wants a new iPhone. And then I think it was 10 years ago, 8 years ago, iPhone's fucking old. And he was very mad. His mom did not buy him the newest iPhone because she can't afford it, but she still came to the Beijing airport to pick him up.
Wow.
She just stabbed the mom with a knife on the
what?
On the neck, you fucking bitch. Where the fuck is my iPhone?
Oh no.
He murdered her because when you that's why I'm happy you shake a little bread.
Because I think that's illegal. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's somewhere in the law.
Better for him. He probably
but that's
become a school
wild.
shooter. You saved him from being a criminal. Yeah, it's so wild.
Because then 10 years from now, he's going to be on a podcast being like, my mom's a bitch. She didn't buy me everything I wanted from Vons or whatever.
Are you the owner of Vons now? Are you? You don't deserve things from Vons.
Vons? Do you... No, are you a ballerina now, bitch?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because you're a loser.
Yeah, you're a loser. There's no blister on your feet, you dumb hoe.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's wild. Wow. I'm not going to have any kids because I don't think I can do the disciplining, and I don't think I just don't have it in me. I don't even,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't learn from my mistakes. I have two. My kids are, I think, I believe in a higher power that is, right now, I really felt like I believe in the previous life. When I look at my mother, and I remember that I felt, she got married when she was 18. And she had the first baby when she was 18. And there's a one-child policy, and they want a boy, and I was a girl, and they didn't want me. They had plans to give me away. Not sell me, but just to give me away so they can have a second one, or just got rid of me. But she changed her mind. She couldn't do it. So she gave up her house because the fine is so large.
Oh,
they took your house, your job, your everything. And she was hiding. And I felt that if I was 18, I was pregnant, God forbid, I would just take a plan B.
Sure.
I would totally do that because I'm not going to have this baby to block my way to become the first dark-skinned Chinese superstar. It's not going to happen. It's because all my ambition, my dream hasn't been realized yet. I'm not going to let this baby to block me.
Right.
I feel bad, but I'm just that selfish. I know I wouldn't be happy. If I'm not happy,
right.
I can't be a good mother to the child.
Yes, that's why it's not selfish to me.
Yeah, it's not selfish.
Because and of course me wanting to not have a kid, yes, there's selfish reasons for sure. But if something wasn't there already, then that's not selfish. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Killing someone that's already there, like a human person, an adult, because you want something like an iPhone, that's selfish.
iPhone 13.
But an idea that's not there, people get really mad, right? There's people who get really mad at people who don't want kids and are outwardly spoken about it. Chelsea Handler is very outwardly spoken about not wanting to have kids. In fact, she even, I think she did this thing where she can't even get her period anymore.
She tied her tubes or something?
No, there's a thing where you can burn your, it's like a hot water, like a hot liquid. I've never heard of it, like an ablation or something in your womb. And then so you don't even get your period anymore. It's more intense than tying your tubes.
Nice.
So she did that. But a lot of people call it selfish if you don't want kids.
I feel like...
and I'm like, how? What are you talking? You're talking about people that don't exist.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how I'm being selfish by not wanting to add to the world.
Yes.
The world didn't ask for it. Is anybody? I'm not waking up to emails from strangers. Atsuko, please, you must populate the earth with your children. No one's asking for that.
Yes.
So how is that selfish?
Yes, that's cool. I felt judging people for not wanting children or decide to not have a child. Like if the people who do not want a child or choose not to have a child is judging other people to have dumb little motherfuckers running around not getting educated, we don't judge you, right? Like if I don't want a child, I don't say you should abort that one because that one sucks.
100%.
Look at that face.
In my head, I'm saying that.
Yeah.
In my heart.
Exactly. I just feel like it's actually the same thing.
Yeah.
Deciding to have or to have not is a decision. People who decide to do one thing should just be respected, and people who want to do other thing, we respect you too. I feel like it's like also like with the transgender people. I'm just like, they didn't ask to cut your dick off or tuck your dick. Like, why would you trying to judge them?
Right. Just
how about people like I think you guys don't transition to a different sex is stupid. You have to experience both sexes. If you don't, you are dumb. You are against the God's will. They don't say that to you. They don't try to I think it's like the same. We think it's wild. They think what we do is wild. Like gay people. Like gay people don't be like, hey, you should not do this.
Straight.
Being straight is a saying.
Yeah, no, totally. Exactly.
Look, all the bad people in the Bible, they are all straight. And they rape and murder, they
100%.
fuck their slave's wife and they see Sheba taking a bath and they want to fuck her. King David fucked up. He's straight. Now gay people fucked up. You guys are saying, they don't do that. But if they can do that, because everybody can twist the Bible and fuck people up.
Everyone can twist everything.
Yeah, I just feel like that's how I feel, I think that's why we connect is like sympathy for people who are different from us.
No, 100%. Yeah. And some are hard because the people who are different from us sometimes are the people judging, like I said. And they're the ones that are the norm and maybe make rules. So it is annoying because it's like, oh, okay, I should treat you the way I want to be treated. But it is hard because, you're the ones saying
judging
how other people should live, and but me and my husband, me and Ryan tried to have a dog for a month. We couldn't even do that.
Where's the dog?
The dog is with a nice family now. That's not our family.
A dog is also like a full-time job.
I didn't know that. I don't know these things. Every day I was surprised. Every time.
But you have all the pretty cute bags. They are different animals. Last time we got a goose.
Yes, this
Super
time
cool.
it's Snorlax.
Oh my God, you are gonna be the quiz ant for Winston. He's just gonna crazy when he sees.
I love things like this. This is enough.
Adorable.
This is my little baby. But
so cute.
But yeah, we couldn't even. I was surprised every time the dog pooped. Oh my gosh, it poops so much. Do you have dogs?
I have a dog. His name is Panda.
Is Panda?
I was taking care of him, but it was too much, so my mom took over.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Very important to know what you can or can't do.
Sometimes I love that. What you can or cannot do is the key to success.
Oh,
in everything.
I think
to admit that I am a fucking loser. This dog beat me, and that's.
Yeah,
where
me
I am
too.
in life right now.
Me too. I didn't know. Yeah, I was like, I should have known how much a dog poops. I had no idea. I thought it just did it 2 or 3 times a day, and maybe it was going to be small.
But there's diarrhea.
Yeah, I didn't know it pooped more than the body weight. It's a Labradoodle pit bull, more than the body weight. I said, how did you have friends over? We would look in the backyard. It was like. This is 10 dogs poop worth of poop. It was like that. I didn't know my stuff would be wet all the time. I didn't know that you're supposed to train it to not act like itself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That blows my mind about
just
a
like
dog.
you have to undog the dog.
And I'm like, but I like the dog because it's a dog.
Yes.
And people are like, no. Then all your things will be chewed up. All your things will be wet. You'll be crying all the time because there's a mess all the time.
Also, dogs are stupid because they don't understand how big they are when they grow up. Like they think they are a puppy. They would jump on kids to just I like you and knock the kid down. Or elder people to knock them.
Yes, but I like that about dogs.
Yeah, they don't understand. They grow up.
That they don't understand. And they're like, no, you have to make them understand. I was like, oh, I didn't want to get in a sub-dom relationship with a dog. I'm the dom. I'm a sub, bitch. I'm the sub. I got a dog so I can be told what to do. I'm not suddenly, I didn't want to do, they were like, you gotta, and sometimes hit it. I was like, I don't want to do that. So anyway, now it's with a happier family, just like Panda is with your mom.
Yeah, my mom control him, and like whatever the way she's teaching him, I don't want to be a part of it. She likes to lecture.
Yeah,
So it's
let her.
Yeah, he listens.
It's perfect.
He didn't really listen to anything. He just waiting for the food. Like whenever he like this, the food come, he did the same thing over again.
What a perfect relationship. He has no choice, and she loves to lecture.
To lecture and to verbally abuse.
Oh, and he has no idea what she's saying. How perfect.
Yes, Panda, why you are so small? Why can you never grow up? He's like, why are you so small? I'm like, people love how tiny he is. She's like, no, he should be bigger. He should have more ambition in life. He's so small. Look at all the other dog make fun of him and laugh at him. I said, no, they're not laughing. They think he's cute. No, they are laughing at him. Look at this. Like there's like a big the snow dog like in the snow. What husky? The husky is laughing at him. I can see it in his eyes. She's always judgmental. She's always. I was like, whatever. You get a husky, you're gonna complain he sheds and he's too big. He's not cute, and you can't carry him around. It doesn't matter. You have me. You think I'm all bad, but you have. It doesn't matter. You can have a different daughter. You never make you happy. It doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it's a daughter. If it's a son,
right.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
No, I'm glad that Panda is with that happy family. And I think going back to it really quick, the key to life is knowing who you're not. Right?
Wisdom. She's
knowing who
wisdom.
You're not.
Yep. It's really
more than
powerful.
knowing who you are. It's easier to know who you are.
Also,
but know who you're not. That's hard to admit.
Yeah.
I'm not a dog owner. I am not a mother.
That's great.
Say those things. That's me. And if you're not organized, it's okay. Say it. I'm not organized.
I'm not organized. I can't find my things.
Yeah.
I saw your bag. The search of your Atsuko's bag. I saw that. I'm like, that's why we can be friends.
Yeah.
I can't find things.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm trying to be better. But we're always trying to be better.
Yeah.
But it's better to not be in denial.
Yeah.
Pretend that you're organized.
Yeah.
Pretend that you're on time all the time. You know. Then
I always lie to myself.
You're a
all the
liar.
time. Whenever I need to be somewhere at 1, I tell myself it's 11:30. Wait, is that appointment?
That's smart.
I lie to myself
really
because
smart.
I know who I am. I'm not on time.
That's so
I just
smart.
lie to myself because sometimes white lies is good even to yourself.
Oh, the best to yourself. It's the best to lie to yourself for making things work.
Yeah, I want to
100%.
confess to you that I had a major life change 4 months ago that I stopped drinking.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is for you. Wow.
Cheers.
This is iced tea, but
Cheers.
Wow.
It's been really hard for me. It's been
It would be so hard for me.
yeah, it's been
I drink every night.
That's nice. Well, but I drink more. I drink more than you. I had a drinking problem.
Okay.
But it wasn't, nobody knows. That's the worst problem.
Mm.
It's a problem nobody knows about.
Yeah. Well, I'm very proud of you.
And I also want to talk about it because I want people to know that we can have some self-destructive behaviors. It can be food. It can be cocaine. It can be alcohol. But if we admit that is happening and we wanted to change a behavior, it can happen. It's going to be very hard, but it can happen.
Yeah.
It just, for me, I think because the divorce was very brutal, and I had a very bad divorce that I don't have any child support. It was dragging too long that I decided I want to walk out with no money in order for this to be an end. And I had to take care of 2 children.
Right.
And it's a lot of financial stress. Also, for me to, from having access to a lot of money to zero access to any money.
Sure.
And I have to really sell things and try to have a plan financially, which I'm not good at it. I mean, I was, but then I married this guy and I stopped working. So I was an independent girl. I was able to make money. I know how to make money. I'm good at it. So I just need to do that. So I give myself excuses to drink because I'm stressed out. So I was I can work well. But at night after shows, I would drink 2 bottles of wine to fall asleep. I can't sleep. It's hard because you're so high after the stage.
Yeah, right. You're performing, and then there's also the underlying stress.
Yes.
So you want to drown all of that, right? Yeah,
So-
I totally get it.
And then in the morning, I have to wake up at 7 because I want to be there for the kids. So I was drinking the amount of alcohol. If I drink that much, if I don't have 2 kids, I can wake up at 2 p.m. Like being this party girl, cool comedian person, which I can't. I don't have the life to be like that because I need to be there. But they don't have a father.
Yeah, there's a family.
Yeah, they in the morning they come with the giraffe and they want to play, and I need to pretend I care full time.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
that's
being a
energy.
priest. Being a mom is like being a priest. You have to pretend you love them full time.
Oh, God.
Like you have to pretend you love God, like you believe in God full time.
And we're on a strike right now, but that's acting.
Yeah, it's full time. You have to. I love you full time. I mean, I think like being a mother is just like it's like being a priest. I believe in God full time. Even though I'm molesting the kid, I'm like, God want me to do this to you. With the children, they only remember the way you look at me, like, you're so annoying. You can't give them the look because I have that look my whole life.
Yeah.
My mom gave me that look.
You have to literally,
Yeah.
right? Just look like you're having an aneurysm. Just
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, full on.
They remember that because I remember how my mom was annoyed when, after school, I was 10, I was cleaning dishes at our restaurant. I started working at 10. I believe in child labor. It's good for you. You become grateful. I said, Mom, can we go to, watch a movie? She goes, stop talking, wash the dishes. So I just when I remember that way she looked at me.
Right.
I just,
Only the
in my
negative.
heart, I really wanted to also be her daughter. Like, and my son, whenever I have a hangover, I'm just like, she's like, Mommy, can you read the story? I just want to be like, shh. Then I just remembered. So I just, come here, let's do it. Then I have this hangover. I read the story. I'm sweating. Then I have to take a nap. I'm just like, why would I torture myself?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Whatever the drinking thing, I need to figure it out.
You age faster that way too.
You do.
You're just like dying. Every day you're dying
I die
faster.
every day.
Faster.
And nobody,
faster.
Yeah, I can function. People will be like, you don't have a problem. I use like the super concealer to conceal my dark circle, and I use Botox to hide my wrinkles. But I know if I don't, because we live in a bar.
But
we are comedians.
But hangover is inside. A lot of it is inside, and that's really difficult. I'm hungover maybe at least once a week, and that feeling, if I had to also read stories to children, I would have quit a long time ago.
They also ask you questions, and you have to pretend the questions need to be answered. You can't shush them. Like, that's really difficult.
Thank goodness you don't have to be super wise around them, right? It's not like end all be all, And you don't have time to worry if they can see through the acting. That would be extra effort.
Yeah, I don't
have to be good at.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I just pretend I care.
Yeah, if you just pretend, even if they know you're pretending, that's okay because it's better than them looking at you mad,
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Or side eyeing.
Just be like, Jess Winston, very smart.
Yeah. Even if he knows he's not. I'm just kidding. No, or that at that moment.
I remember I took him to Sacramento a few weeks ago to watch me perform. I drove him there because I want him to be around me, my mom and him. So he's 4. He watched me perform for 1 hour. And then he was there for the fans meet and greet. He was talking to everybody, asking them to buy merch. He's Chinese for sure.
Good.
And after that, he said, Mommy, people are laughing. You make so many people happy.
Good.
He's like, you make everybody happy. Other than your dad, everybody's happy. He's like, Mom, that's funny.
Oh, good.
That was so cute. I'm like, he had a sense of humor.
Yes.
He's gonna get laid.
Oh my gosh.
So happy, right?
Good for him.
Yeah.
Not get laid. He's going to sell more merch.
So more merch.
He's
more
gonna sell
more diapers. Merch. Yeah, I feel so safe with you. Like, I feel like I want to, after you confessed that you were very upset when the kid was being a brat with the mom. I'm like, let me tell you my drinking problem. Yeah, it's good. It's hard, but it can be done. It's just I decided that I love myself too much to be self-destructive towards myself because everything I'm doing to myself, because I hasn't given up. I'm not laying on the floor getting drunk, not doing anything. I want to be a good mother. I want to be a good comedian. I want to make the club run well. I want to have a good tour. I want to do good content. And I feel so much pain and stress and despair that I need to find out how do I do that other than using alcohol, because obviously I'm not giving up.
Right. No.
So I just figured out.
Yeah, that's really admirable.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I haven't figured that out.
Well, you are fine. You are doing great. You don't have you have a beautiful, loving relationship, and it's perfect.
You know what? That's what I tell myself every day.
That's good. That's very smart.
No, sometimes you do have to face yourself, because the amount of times I've told myself, well, at least you have a good personality. Every time I'm late or every time someone calls me out for being messy, I have to listen and hear it because, or else I'm walking away and going, well, at least I'm a nice person.
Yeah,
and it's like, that's not healthy.
Yeah, I can be organized and be a bitch about it,
But I'm not. Yeah. But, so yeah, there's a certain...
Do you get shocked by Marie Kondo and how organized she is? Do you feel like
girl,
threatened
let me
by her?
tell you about Marie Kondo.
Yeah, did she
I never fell for Marie Kondo, okay? Here's the thing about Marie Kondo. Every Japanese family has a Marie Kondo. She wasn't special and unique, okay? No offense to everyone who was like, oh my God, Marie Kondo. She said to clean. You're supposed to clean and throw things away. Oh, first of all, she's not doing magic tricks, right? She's just telling you things that are just kind of common sense.
Like a Japanese grandma tell you all the time.
Every Japanese family has one aunt that talks like Marie Kondo. Hi, what we're going to do is just spark a little joy. We're just going to spark a little joy. And every American, because no American has ever seen this movie, oh my God, she's a genius, a magician, oh my God. And it's like, bitch, she's talking shit about you behind your back. Yeah. I know this girl. I know this kind of Japanese aunt. Every one of us has one in our family. Guess what? Now Marie Kondo has kids. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw her latest interview or her admission that she's not organized anymore.
The kids ruins everything.
She says, I'm not organized anymore. I don't really believe in the method. I don't know why I ever did it.
Amen. She has fallen to us.
Yeah.
She has been exiled to Babylon where things are messy and it's better.
Yes, exactly.
You can find keys. You're going to find it. If you don't find it, somebody around you is going to bring you a pair of keys. It's doors are going to open. There's a locksmith.
Train your kids.
Yes.
To bring things back to you or
My
whatever.
mom is like, the floor, we need wax on the wood floor, and the spiders need to be murdered outside the house. And why can't you do anything right in the house? I mean, in your life. I said, I own the house, Mom.
Yeah.
You know how to pay rent, Mom? I think we're going to be okay. I'll work like a slave. I'll work like a motherfucker to pay ladies whoever knows organizing and cleaning things to clean it for me.
Yeah.
I will just get on my knees and be like, please make sure everything's so clean. So you don't, my mom, she's like, well, it's clean now. I said, she cleans. I don't have to come home and see you. I have to work to pay her. So it's perfect.
Yeah, you have to do what works right for you. And so it was pretty liberating to see even Marie Kondo, the lady of tidying up, was like, yeah, I'm a messy girl.
I think follow your heart.
Messy.
Follow your heart is what saves you, not organizing things.
Oh, I agree. I'm like, what are you running away from? It's like someone who runs a marathon every year or something, and they're always training. I'm like, what are you running away from? Why do you always have to clean?
Sit down and eat some ramen.
Joy, huh?
Sit down and eat some ramen.
Yeah, please calm down. Stop, because my grandma cleans a lot too, and I know all the traumas she's trying to run away from.
Yeah,
they're running away from some trauma.
She's on her knees waxing the floor. I said, she's like, I'm so tired. I can't believe I came to America to wax your floor. I said, Mom, I don't want the floor waxed.
Nobody told you.
She's like, but it looks awful. I said, nobody's coming. I said, Japanese people are not coming here to inspect the floor is not waxed, and so they can blame you for not waxing the floor. She's like, are you sure they're not coming? I said, Atsuko is late. She's not coming to Arcadia to blame your floor. She's also part Taiwanese. She didn't give a fuck.
Thank you. I am Taiwanese. See, this is the moment where I would be like, Mom, I'm Taiwanese.
She's Taiwanese. And you guys still...
my family lives in Arcadia too.
We have to hang out. What?
Yeah. My grandma and my mom live in Arcadia. I'm there once a week.
So where is your house? Let me guess. Culver City.
No, I'm in Silver Lake. I'm in the east side.
Oh,
so I can
she is hip.
Girl,
Silver Lake is perfect.
Girl, it's a requirement.
It's 15 minutes away from Pasadena.
Yes, so it's
brilliant.
It's closer to Arcadia, so I go there.
Amazing.
Yeah, my mom and grandma are right by the mall.
Santa Anita Mall?
Yes,
That's near my house.
Yeah, Santa Anita Mall. They're right on Huntington Drive and Baldwin.
I'm at Baldwin and Santa Anita.
Oh, okay.
We're neighbors.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Neighbors to, yeah.
What a gorgeous place. I mean, they call it what? The Chinese Beverly Hills or something?
The Beverly Hills of the East Valley.
Yeah, something like that.
So
right?
whenever they call the Beverly Hills of somewhere, it always belongs to the black people or the Chinese people. Like they call the Baldwin Hills the Beverly Hills of.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The black community. Yeah, that's
like
true.
the fancy black community, the fancy Chinese.
Because Beverly Hills was taken.
Yeah, they took it from us.
So we don't get regular Beverly Hills. Yeah. No, I know.
It's amazing that Silver Lake is so cool.
It's fine. Our street, our part of Silver Lake is a lot of young families.
Do you have are you on the hills? You can look.
Yeah, we're on a hill and we
good.
see, I don't know. A cross. There's a cross. I think it's Forest Lawn. So we see where Michael Jackson, was buried every night. And
Wow.
But we're pretty much like the only renters on that street. Everyone there owns, and it's interesting. Yeah, I like it because it's close to mom and grandma.
Yes, it's also very close to Hollywood.
Yeah,
it's 20
20
minutes away.
Yeah, it's pretty central.
It's a very good location.
Yeah,
Location.
location.
You're very
baby.
Asian. You're very Asian. Very smart, calculating.
Oh, we got to.
Yeah.
Because it's survival. It's being near good food. Good food is important to me, and Arcadia is not close enough where I can
too far.
do
It's
that.
way too far. I was brainwashed by my ex-husband to move me out of Hollywood. So I started comedy around.
Oh, that's true. I'm thinking now you drive a lot to do comedy from Arcadia.
Because my house was in West Hollywood. But I didn't get that house. He got that house because he wanted me. I mean, when I bought the house when we did that, it's because he convinced me that the kids has to be able to speak Chinese when they are young so we can get them in Chinese classes. But actually, he just want to move me away from Hollywood for me to stop doing comedy. I started comedy like 2019, the winter. So 2020, we got this house, and then after the divorce, he got a house in West Hollywood. I mean, he got all the properties and everything. I have that house. I bought him out half of the. Whatever.
Okay,
it would be hard, but I think I have your plan. Is like when I have more money and more success, I'm going to soon, probably next year, I'm gonna give the house to my mom in Arcadia. Then I can get a place in somewhere like a Silver Lake or
closer
Hollywood.
to Hollywood.
Yeah, for sure. So that's my plan. Then because there's the Asian community, it's convenient for them, like the shops and everything. It's just convenient for them.
Yes, yeah. Well, do your kids speak Chinese? I mean, even if they're not in Arcadia, they would learn from you and your mom.
Because my mom don't give them food if they ask, as long as
in English.
They have to ask in Chinese in order to get food.
Oh, wow.
So they speak Chinese perfectly.
That's so good. It's so treat based.
Yeah.
It's like their dogs.
Yeah, they're dogs, but their dogs are loyal.
Of course.
When they see like a cool Auntie Atsuko's cute bags, they'll be like, "Can I go home with her?" They'll just betray me.
Oh, they're not loyal.
The kids are not,
Just like dogs too. Whoever has a piece of bacon, that's who the dog works for now. No, it's true.
The dog, I feel like the homeless people, they have the best dogs. The most beautiful, smart dogs are always with the homeless people.
That's so interesting. Yeah. I mean, they've been in it together.
I think
they've been through it together, right?
Yeah, it's very, it makes me jealous.
But if you have a piece of bacon, that dog will walk away.
I think so.
I promise you.
It's a solution.
I found that out about airport dogs, the security dogs. You know how they say, don't ever touch them? I found out it's not because they will bite. I found out it's because their loyalty will switch to you, whoever is petting them. And they don't want that.
Because they don't have any attention from because they have to work. They don't get treated like a dog. It's like Judy Garland's. They are like little baby Judy Garland's. They are a child, but there's no childhood. They have to be a star. At the moment, you're like, do you want to play with my bunny? Okay. And then she just left the lot and just
100% what happens with dogs.
Fuck you, directors. Fuck you, Hollywood. I'm a friend.
Yes.
I'm a friend now.
Yeah, that's what they're afraid of. Because I was like, it's that simple? I thought it was because they're gonna bite or something. And it's like, no, it's because literally he will stop working for the cops.
Start doing the Betty Rap.
He'll be like, I'm going to freaking Hollywood, baby, or wherever he's gonna follow.
I'm gonna be a Rin Ting Ting.
Yeah, exactly. It's that simple.
Oh my God. Can you imagine we've been talking for 1 hour, 40 minutes?
What? No. Oh, okay. Oh,
Literally.
then no.
Yeah, we have enough time, but it's so easy to talk to you.
No, I know, I agree.
Yeah, I want to cry.
It's almost the length of Barbie.
I know.
The movie.
Yeah, we fucking rock. Also, we made the Barbies, so we are the OG Barbies, as I say.
Yeah, we are. I'm dressed like one of the characters in Barbie. I don't know if you watched it, but
I didn't. I think they should give me a free ticket with all the Barbie I made. I should earn a free ticket.
Yeah, why haven't
They
they?
should give me a free ticket. Yeah, I just feel like it's not cheesy. I almost want to cry talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can see the power you had, like all of the love whenever your fans, especially Asian boys too, get to see you after the shows. You probably is one of the important moments for you as well to see
Yeah.
the impact you have.
Yeah, it is.
Can you tell me what it's like in Japan and Taiwan when they saw you
Yeah.
after the show? What did they say to you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to say Taiwan was a bigger deal to me because I feel like Taiwan feels less seen and they feel smaller. It's a smaller place and they feel, for me with a Japanese name to really identify it as Taiwanese too, I think it means a lot to them. Yeah.
I love how cool you are because most people are like, oh, I have a Japanese name. Japanese is cool. I'm Japanese. You're like, no. I am everything. This bitch is everything.
Yeah, because my mom and grandma are Taiwanese and we have a very deep history there. Some political history too. Like my grandpa was assassinated and there's a lot there that mean a lot to me. And so
Grandpa was Taiwanese.
grandpa was Taiwanese and yeah, so he was assassinated when he was 30 and my grandma then had to raise 3 kids on her own.
I saw her. I
small
think
village.
she looked very powerful, and I know she must be from a very significant political family in Taiwan. They
Yeah.
fled from Chongqing, right?
So is Chongqing is the from China?
that was the capital of the Kuomintang party.
Oh, okay. They fled from my grandpa was actually the other party, not Kuomintang.
共产党 Communist Party.
The party now it's like the Green Party.
Yeah, so in Taiwan.
Yes, in Taiwan. Yes,
That's Kuomintang.
not the
No,
Kuomintang.
a different one. A different one.
The one that wants Taiwan to be its own country and doesn't want to go back to China.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it about politics, but
No, it's
my grandpa was of that party, and so he was against Kuomintang actually, because he was like many generations in Taiwan.
I see.
Yeah,
So he's
yeah.
locally.
Yes, yeah, and so so because we just have a lot of history there, and in a lot of like the hardships my family went through, has to do with like, just Taiwan and Taiwan pride and all these politics. So, when I just posted in my Instagram stories, hi, I'm in Taiwan. I just was like, maybe I'll do an hour set. I can't really, at that time I didn't get like a visa or anything, so I can't get paid for performing there anyway. So I was like, I just want to meet my fans in Taiwan. I'll do a free free surprise show. So I just posted it in my Instagram stories and then I took it down because, I can't really announce it. But just from putting it up a little bit, the night of the show, the club, I think fits 200 people, but there were another 200 people outside waiting that couldn't get in, and they were all like Taiwanese and some people were like tourists that heard about it that came. But it was so cool that, so I went outside to like go say hi to the people who couldn't get in, and gave them my love. I'm so sorry you can't come in, but let's take a group picture together. This means so much to me. I'm home,
It's so powerful.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. They must be so proud.
Yeah.
That you are from Taiwan and you are part Taiwanese.
Yeah.
And you're such a big stand-up star, and people start just freshly. They few years ago in Taiwan, China, mainland, and Japan, Korea start to know the art of stand-up comedy.
Yes,
it become a
pretty
thing,
recent.
and then
yeah.
They have locally. There's comedians locally doing it, and then they always look up to United States because
Right.
that's and then it must be it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool. I want everyone to experience that. Wherever you're from, to be able to do stand-up there. Oh my gosh. Have you done stand-up yet?
I
back in
haven't.
China?
I haven't, but my videos are all like going viral with my videos. I haven't
Yeah.
been posting my videos in China, but it just somehow got there. People start watching it and looking at it. I haven't haven't performed in mainland, and I felt that it will be hard for me because I can be political.
Sure.
And I don't want to sacrifice my voice.
Uh-huh.
So I can do it in Hong Kong or Taiwan
sure.
or Malaysia.
Sure.
I just want to, because my family are in China, my father and my grandpa.
Yeah.
I don't want to, because I can't keep, I don't want to censor myself.
Uh-huh.
At the same time, I don't want to bring something unpleasant to them.
Oh, I see. I understand. Okay, yeah. So it's it's hard. Yeah,
It's hard.
Yeah. No, there's a privilege. I always say there's a privilege to being able to do stand-up comedy in a language that your parents understand, in a culture that understands it.
Yes.
There's a privilege to that.
It's such a privilege.
So don't take it as an advantage.
It's
Like
such a privilege.
don't ever take it. What is it? Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
Because even after I did my first late night set, right? I was really stoked and so happy and so proud, but there was still like a sadness inside knowing my family can't watch it or don't know what I'm saying.
Don't know. Translating it is not when they can watch at the same time. Remember when you watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, when she did her first time on it's the Johnny Cash show, because she was modeled after Joan Rivers. Even Joan Rivers, the first time she was on Johnny Carson, her mom and her dad, first they hear it, they saw it.
Yes.
It was transformative. Her relative, she said, the thing she said, she's funny. And then, people, you murder it, but they don't really understand everything.
Yeah, and they can't ever experience it in the moment with
my
you.
mom doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The language, and then even if they understood the language, understanding like the jokes, right? The culture, because it's just, so yeah, I always think, gosh, like immigrant comedians, we're so
lonely.
Smart.
We're so smart. Yeah.
We're so cool.
Yeah, we're cool.
We are so smart.
Yeah, I know.
We're making people laugh in a language that it was not ours.
Yes, that's why whenever I feel like I'm not doing well, I tell myself, you are doing this in your second language. You can't speak English when you are 24, 13, 14 years ago. You can't speak this language.
What a talent.
You don't know how.
It's easier to learn a language and just give a speech. Boring speech.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
But to make a bunch of people laugh, strangers you don't know, that is, I don't want to, sound cocky, but I think it's better than magic.
It is.
Magicians. And I don't mean to make fun of magicians, but
it's not making fun. It's like a magician learn to do magic with your feet. It's.
Yeah. It's something that I think I cherish and I think about all the time. And yes, exactly. Whenever you do feel down, you should always remember that.
I just don't want to be cheesy, but I can't help. I just really want to thank you for being this brilliant surprise of an Asian female comedian, for being Taiwanese, for being Japanese, for being Asian, and to carry on all of the great work Margaret Cho is doing, and she's still doing, and to also with grace, also with your heart open, and just with all your love and support for the future generations of female comedians. I'm very fortunate to work along you, because we have the same manager, and Josh has been wonderful for my career. But I just wanted to thank you for being who you are. It's very powerful who you are, and it's amazing how humble you are, and I'm just so happy. Hopefully, I think we are gonna become friends, because I'm gonna find out where your grandma lives, and we are gonna become friends.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna be neighbors. We're gonna go out, and I'm just feel like I saw the story of how Margaret inspired you, and what you are doing with me and with all the other comedians. That's Asian, that's female. That you are doing amazing work.
Oh, thank you,
and
Jiaoying.
you are brilliantly talented, and you are such a wonderful person. Even though you are Japanese, I truly admire. I truly admire your talent and your grace.
Thank you so much. And don't you ever forget, I'm also Taiwanese.
Yeah, she's also Taiwanese.
Whenever you get annoyed, you know, or whenever you remember the past, our family's past, our ancestors' past, and you start thinking, God, that Japanese girl. Remember,
Then I remember
also Taiwanese.
Yeah, we pushed you to flee to the little island. We took the succeed of China winning the war, and we just like go back to Taiwan, you guys. I'm gonna take over your success and go there. So I bullied you, and you part of you bullied me, and the part of me bullied you. So we just it's a full circle.
You know, yeah. And most of all, we're both in LA now.
Yeah. The great Atsuko. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, I never cry. You are the only person who make me so emotional.
Well, you have such a depth to you, Jiaoying. You already have you know you're like a whole ass.
Yeah.